G'day, Finroo here, how you doing? Cheers. I'm just sipping on a Wigram Pilsner. Beautiful drop. Yeah, nice and clear, nice and refreshing. And it's quite hot here in the brew shed today, I tell you that. So I'm doing my second brew in two. I did a brew last Friday, Thursday, and now I'm doing another brew. I'm trying to get through these hops. So I did the first wet thing like this is my dark ale. This is the Thai bastard. My dark ale, you'd probably call it a dark mild. So I put the first work. Let's have a look at my notes here. I just put in 150 grams at it's an 80-minute boil. So first work in the sock there, which worked really well last week. And at 20 minutes, I'm going to put 100 grams in of Fuggles. I got lots and lots of hops, and I was wondering what I should do, how I was going to store them, because I don't have a vacuum sealer, which I will maybe buy next year if this method that I used doesn't work. So I've been I crammed hops into these jars. I've got 3 jars of about 450 grams each that I've jammed in. There'd be very little air in there. I pushed them in as hard as I could, and it was quite an effort. So they should be pretty well right as far as oxygen goes, and they'll go in the freezer. And the only way I'll know, as you know, is I'll do it and find out. So that's what I've done. So I've got 3 jars of about 450 grams. I'll just put them in the freezer as they are, and I'll undo them. 450 grams is probably quite a lot for a brew for me, but I'll see what happens. I'll see if I can work a bit of magic. So coming up very shortly is my 20-minute edition. I just wanted to touch base and just quickly let you know what I've been doing. So basically all the hops are gone. There's a few more on the vine. I don't know if I can really be bothered sifting through it. I may do yet, see how I feel tomorrow or the next day, but it was a good harvest, that's for sure. So this Thai bastard is just as you know is 3.5 kg of American 2-row, 350 grams of light crystal, 200 grams of brown malt, 200 grams of pale chocolate, and 200 grams of wheat malt dark, so that's roasted wheat malt. And normally I'd put 30 grams in it first wort of pellet hops. So I've times everything by 5. Some people say 4, some people say 6. So I went down the middle and I'm doing 5. So I'll soon find out. So and also 20 grams of Fuggle pellet hops at 20 minutes. So I've gone 100 grams there, as I said. Just added my salts, and there was a problem a few weeks ago. I think you may remember me saying that the pH of my mash was 6, and it really, as I said, I didn't panic. I just thought, oh, that's weird. I didn't quite understand it, and I remember calculating I always calculate my pH meter before I start brewing, and I remember setting it to 7. But when I went to for the next brew, when I went to have a look at it where it was set at 7.6. So it kind of makes sort of sense if I'd miscalculated, hadn't set it right. Those sort of numbers add up, don't they? So the mash was probably 5.4, and the beer was beautiful. So I just have to double check each time. The mash was good today. For my salts, everything went well. I didn't have any mishaps. So. Really good. So this is the last of the hops, and they actually dried quite nicely in the bucket that I've got over there. And they just sort of snap in half when you do like that. They just come apart, and that's what they're supposed to do when they sort of dry. So it's sort of pretty much dry now. There's a little bit of wet, when you put your hand through the bucket. I've been sifting them around a bit. I don't want to over dry them, because I think last year my problem was I don't know, I'm guessing I over dried them, and when I put them in the freezer, I just put them in some pouches, and I think the oxygen got to, because they were just useless when I, 2 or 3 months later, I came and had a look and opened the pouch, and they were just like these little dried out little stick things. They just, there was no scent at all. So hopefully this will work. I got this idea off Someone on an old video on YouTube, and I can't remember. If I can find it again, I might put a link down to it, where this person picks the hops and sort of dries them out for overnight, and then just does basically the same thing. I think these jars are a wee bit big, but if this works really well, I might stick with this. I may not go to, why would I use plastic? You know, because every time that you use the plastic, then you got to throw it away after you've used it. So if this works well, I might just stick with that idea. And you know, I could have 5 or 6 jars of this, and I mean, it saves, if this is a brew, it saves me sort of $12 on each brew, and I only use sort of 50 grams normally, so that's saving me, yeah, saving me quite a bit over the long term. So yeah, I'm happy with my hop harvest. I'm happy with my brewing. So I'll let you go now because I'm just about ready to put the other hops in. So cheers, look after yourselves, and wash your hands. Take care.